Yeah, she didn't want to add more steam to the fire.
What? That's a rough few months they're having over there. That's
I
a
don't
rough few
think
months.
it works like that.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Brittany Picolo-Ramos and
Joel Piccolo.
Derek Pittmon.
and this is the Real-Tea. We are bringing you what's really going on in the world, in the real estate world, and everything else in between. So we have some juicy things to talk about today. So let's start it off.
Alrighty.
Joel?
So let's talk about the NAR president had to step down because she got blackmailed.
That is juicy.
What is NAR, Joel?
NAR is the National Association of Realtors.
Oh, dude, they have been in some hot water, some hot tea, I would say, lately, especially with the whole lawsuit with the buyers and all that stuff too.
Well, yeah, you had the lawsuit with the buyers. Then you had the previous president before this one had some sexual allegations against him, so he had to step down. Then this lady, apparently somebody, which we don't know who it was, but said that they had some stuff on her, non-monetary, by the way, so I guess it doesn't have to do with money. It's just something other. And
some nudes.
Yeah, some OnlyFans stuff. No, we don't know. But so instead of giving in, she actually ended up saying, one, she reported the people to the police. So
that's a good.
Instead of giving in, she gave up.
Yeah, nice. So she reported them to the police, and then she decided to step down because she didn't want to be somebody who's compromised. And obviously, with everything going on with NAR already, she didn't want that else to add on.
Yeah, she didn't want to add more steam to the fire.
What?
That's a rough few months they're having over there. That's a rough few months.
I don't think it works like that.
Yeah.
Add more steam to the fire because
I meant wood. You know what I meant.
Science. So let's talk about the whole NAR thing.
I just hate the way you say NAR.
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 How do you want me to say it? R. Want me to be a pirate? R. Let's talk about R.
The National Association of Realtors.
Yeah, let's not say all that words.
NAR. How about that?
NAR. There you go. Good meeting. There you go. See, that's realtor negotiations right there. So with everything going on with NAR, with all of these allegations, obviously everybody's thinking about that the real estate world is going to change, that buyer's agents are going to go away. So what are y'all's thoughts? Do y'all think buyer's agents are going to go away?
Well, I think that would be really detrimental to buyers because I know when I first bought a house, I felt very vulnerable. And I actually worked with directly with a family member because I was so scared of getting with an agent. Yeah. That I was like, I didn't understand that most buyers don't pay a buyer's agent directly. Like you're not paying out of pocket. It's usually wrapped in the price or some way like that. But, I thought you had to pay out of pocket for an agent. So I never hired a buyer's agent, got totally taken advantage of, got in the worst deal, lost thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah. So once I learned that you could have a buyer's agent and then I became one, and I'm really protective of people, as are all of us.
That's good.
I felt like so empowered. And so I feel like it's still, people are still going to need buyer's agents. We just have to educate people about the necessity of them.
What about you, Derek?
Yeah, I'm on the fence on it because I think there will be a need, obviously, for representation for buyers. Yeah. But I do think the compensation will be diminished, I feel, over the coming weeks, months, years, as I think more and more people have the topic in the conversation. Yeah. It could be, more money being allocated from the selling side over to the buying side, to where it, it evens out. Because I read this one, I think it was Wall Street Journal or somebody that was writing up, it takes like 2.5 years on the average mortgage of payments to just cover the commission costs.
Shut up.
Is how much it actually costs in realtor fees.
Right.
And so
shut up, Derek.
Well, it's the truth though. You know what I mean? Like
so say that again.
So let's just say hypothetically.
So in other words.
Wait, hold on. Let him finish.
Hypothetically. So let's just say you have a $200,000 home, right?
Right.
You pay 6% commission, 3 and 3, right?
Yeah.
That 6% is obviously being rolled into that note because it's all coming out of the loan amount, right? It's all being pulled. So that 6%, when you are paying it month by month, in order to pay off just what you paid in just the realtor fees, it's going to take you a couple of years in that 30-year mortgage.
Right. Exactly.
And so when people broke it down like that, that's really where it started to amplify.
I understand what you're saying in that instance, but what you also aren't factoring in is that having an agent saves you a lot of money in a lot of ways too, because you could get taken advantage of like I did. I mean, I lost $50,000 not having representation.
Right.
So I would have gladly paid a commission and saved a lot of money. And also on the listing side, we make our sellers more money. So I understand what they're saying, but it's just like if you have a good doctor or a good lawyer. Now, if you hire any Joe Blow Smo realtor that you find online and not somebody that's actually going to represent you and fight for you, then I totally understand that. But if you have a good real estate agent who is going to actually negotiate, fight, plan, make sure you don't get into a $40,000 home repair, or like, for example, I had a seller one time and the clients were like, oh, this is going to cost you $50,000. Well, I did more investigating and actually found out that it was all ludicrous, and then proved them wrong. Thank you, Joel. Proved them wrong, and then they ended up saving that $50,000, and we still closed.
Right. I completely agree that we serve a purpose and a role on both sides of a transaction. I just think the compensation is going to come down a little bit. And I'm actually seeing on some of the Facebook groups that I'm a member of other real estate agents, there are certain markets now where people are already starting to step in and saying that they're only going to offer X number of dollars towards buyers. Not even, it's more of a flat rate than it is a percentage.
In Nashville's market, where it's a very hot market and they know they're going to sell it regardless, they'll pay like $500.
Right.
But on that side, if you want to get the property, or if you have an agent that's going to fight for you and knows how to negotiate, you're going to probably pay that agent individually if they're not offering a fair compensation.
Absolutely.
What we have to look at is that, let's break down what Derek said about how like a $200,000 house was 6% and how long it takes. So let's just say the buyer's agent goes away and the buyer has to pay the buyer's agent. So that 2 to 3% commission is going to go on their loan. Well, then the sellers are going to increase the price to cover that 3% that they're going to pay.
Right.
So no matter what, nothing is going to change. Like when you really break it down at the end of the day, it's just the only thing that's going to change is that it's going to be more expensive for buyers. So buyers are really only going to get hurt by this. Sellers, not so much, because the sellers are going to end up they're still going to increase their sales price to cover that 3%. But the buyers are going to lose that. And so this is only going to increase the problem that we're having right now, which is homes are unaffordable. Like people just can't afford the monthly note.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think too, I think people got upset with agents just not being forthcoming and not actually doing their job, which I completely understand, So I think thankfully we're in a good market. We in Louisiana in this market, houses do not sell themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
So you need representation usually on both sides.
I think what ended up happening, Brittany, is that because you remember, like, I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago, we were talking, we're like, man, like, because the typical housing cycle is like it increases usually like interest rates or like the economy usually increases like every 10 years and then it drops. Well, we went so long without like feeling that recession, like seeing the economy drop. So I think
they call it a market shift. So every 8 to 10 years, typically, there's a market shift where the market drops down,
right,
and then things become more affordable again. But this time we didn't have a market shift for like 20 years.
Yes, and so since you didn't have that market shift, and home prices kept going up and up and up, realtors were living the good life, making a ton of money. They had a lot more realtor shows. So the whole becoming a realtor became really a huge focus for a lot of people because they saw that, I can become a realtor really easy. I know people. I like houses. I watch HGTV. So a lot of people who I talk to who are thinking about becoming a realtor, I say, so why do you want to become a realtor? Well, I watch HGTV. Yep, you're hired. Boom. That's why.
That's all it takes.
What ended up happening is you had the level of entry, the barrier entry is very low, and you had too many people become realtors who should not become realtors. And I think that
I was talking to a guy at Pizza Hut, and he's like, I think I'm going to get my license if this don't work out. I'm like, awesome. So I think you're right. I think that real estate is being reworked, but I think in a good way.
Right. I mean, this always happens with industries. Yeah. Eventually they grow and grow and then they change.
What other stuff you got?
The other thing that we need to talk about too is something that started January 1st, and this is New Orleans Healthy Homes Initiative. So to keep so thank you for asking. To make it simple is that starting right now, if you own 50 or more dwellings that are rentals, then you need to sign up for the Healthy Homes Initiative, which means that you have to get it inspected and make sure that it hits a certain criteria for the home.
So it's if you own 50 or more units?
It's right now. But if you own 49 to 4 units, then you don't have to sign up for this until July of this year.
So if you own 50 plus units right now, you got to do it right now.
You got to do it right now.
Right now.
If you own 4 to 49,
you got to
wait till July.
You got till July to sign up.
That makes no sense. The more you have, the faster you need to do it.
Well, I think this is more of like going after those big landlords, the ones who do not take care of their properties.
That poor 49 guy.
Yeah, he's like, he'd probably just sell one of his properties.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna kick the can down the road till July.
If you've got 50 properties, but you want to be a 49 guy, call me.
Yeah, we'll
now,
sell one
if
for you.
you have 1 to 3 units, you actually have till next year, till July, to sign up for this program.
What is this thing?
So, like I said, it's Healthy Homes Initiative. What it's trying to do.
But what do you mean?
But what do you mean? So you have to basically bring your property up to par where people in living conditions, like people cannot live in a slumlord. So like you know the term slumlord, where everything is just falling apart. You can't do that. So
you have to have a healthy home.
Yes.
Yeah. With an initiative.
Yes.
but what's the definition of healthy though? Like who decides what's healthy?
So on the website on NOLA.gov. /healthy homes, they do have the criteria that you will need to meet.
I feel like the government needs to start that. Like, I feel like they need to start with their own sales first.
Right.
Like, get your stuff in order first before you start looking at my stuff. Have you been to the Sewage and Water Board? They need a healthy home initiative in the Sewage and Water Board.
That's true. Like,
I can smell the mold.
On the airplane, when the oxygen masks drop, they always say, do you first, and then you can help this person beside you.
Yeah.
You know?
Like
New Orleans.
Like everything is messed up, and they're like, oh, look at that guy right there.
Put your oxygen on first there, New Orleans. Then come help us.
They're like, or like even like the government housing. Like, really?
Yeah.
But y'all, think about this, though. With this initiative, even though that, yes, for certain landlords, that is a hassle, it's number one, it's going to make it a better place to live in New Orleans. Like, people are going to like it because you're not going to have these trashy apartments.
Agreed.
But also, too, landlords can increase their rent now.
I just feel like let's do it all the way around.
So here's my question, though.
Like
the government and
okay.
So here's and I think this has been the problem that New Orleans has encountered many other times is when you get these quote unquote slumlords that own hundreds of properties around the city. They are making money hand over fist. Mm-hmm. And so when they get slapped with a fine or something, they just pay it and they just keep doing what they want to do. And that seems to have been the way that, I mean, it probably is in multiple other cities that way as well. But okay, let's just say you get a violation, yet your property, you got an apartment complex in New Orleans East that's making, $200K a month, Okay, you're going to hit me with like a $20,000 fine? Okay, I'm going to pay that and, I'll get around to fixing it. I have a feeling that's more than likely what's going to happen.
Or
I like your positivity, Derek.
Yeah. I'm a realist when it comes to this city, and I just know that if you just slide a few dollars behind a few things just start working in your favor.
Listen, Derek has been here for how long now?
I've been here for 8 years, and 8 years of
jaded.
Yeah. Yeah. I know how this works. I'm looking at you up there. You know who you are.
And so the other two things is our new governor just got sworn in, and then our insurance commissioner just started. So
congratulations, Jeff Landry.
Yeah, and TT or Tim Temple.
TT.
Tim Temple. We should have both of them on the show.
Yeah. No, we definitely do, because insurance runs so much of our world.
Yeah,
especially Louisiana.
Yeah, I feel like they even said though that they were going to be focused on crime and insurance. So that's huge. So.
Hey. If they can figure those two,
insurance is a crime. I mean,
dude, it really is.
Yes. But that's all I had. Anything from y'all?
So we just got finished the holidays. Did y'all have anything interesting happen?
Oh yeah.
What have you got?
New Year's was definitely new.
What happened?
So we went to a friend's house and was having a great time. Like, kids were there. We're all having a great time. Well, we're outside, and come to find out that my friend who invited us, he has beef with his wife's brother.
Oh.
Yeah, which I didn't even know because they've hung out in the past and I've never seen anything, so I had known nothing about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually holding the brother's baby and just hanging out outside. Well, they get into a confrontation over some fireworks. And before that, they had told us, hey, everybody bring your own fireworks. Well, they ended up using my friend's fireworks and everything, especially one that he really wanted to use. And so he got upset. Well, eventually words started being thrown around, and then I'm watching this all happen. And you know when you're watching a fight about to happen, you're
Never.
like, this is not going to happen.
Never had that happen. I would love it.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Brittany, there's no way. Like, you've never seen a fight?
I feel so left out.
You never seen a fight?
Never.
That's a lie.
I really haven't.
What about you, Derek? You ever seen a fight?
I've seen mini fights.
Yes.
I've seen them
happen. And you know
happen.
how when it's happening, you're is this about to happen?
Yeah.
Dude, I need to get around more dudes.
Yeah.
So that was happening. And I'm having a baby in my hand. So they ended up getting into like a wrestling match. Yes. And so the brother-in-law throws my friend onto the ground, and I'm like with the baby, like, somebody take the baby.
I need to jump in.
So there's my friend is right there. I look her in the eyes, get the baby, and I put the baby down. And then I run over to my friend, grab the brother-in-law, and his friend is helping me at the same time. We grab him, put him on the ground, and like hold him down and tell him to calm down.
Yeah.
And it pretty much just ruined the whole entire rest of the night.
I told you to come hang out with me. That's your fault.
When?
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I went to a
she
party.
Just says that out.
I had the best time.
I stayed home. I have a 6-month-old baby, so I watched. What did I watch? Some classic movie that my wife wanted to watch.
They're like the most 90-year-old, 30-year-olds you'll ever meet in your whole life.
It's pretty. It's pretty cool.
Just that phrase alone. They are the most 9-year-old, 30-year-old,
Dude, seriously,
20-year-old,
tell them who your wife has
1-year-old you ever seen.
Who does your wife have a crush on?
Jimmy Stewart.
That's her celebrity crush.
It's a celebrity crush. You know what? I mean, he's a wholesome fellow.
I like the guy from Aquaman.
Jason Momoa?
Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him big and hairy. That sounds terrible. But my husband is also a large, hairy man.
Honestly, that's what Marco would look like.
But not on his body. Like, he's bald.
Just none of his body.
Like, he's got like the perfect amount of hair.
Just take his face and put it on there.
Yeah.
No, he could look like that though. I mean, I could look like Angelina Jolie too. But here we are.
Like if you would have backed my life up 20 years, I was going crazy, doing all sorts of wild and things.
What?
But now I found myself around 10 o'clock at night. Baby was asleep. Neighbors are launching out fireworks, and I'm like, I am a 90-year-old man because I'm just like, these people doing outside.
He's like,
I'm going outside. I'm like, you keep that racket down, fellas.
Dude, when you get that baby to sleep, no, I know.
There is parent anger during 4th of July and New Year's is violence. It is you want to literally light their houses on fire.
Yeah.
Because and then what makes me mad is I got it. We know it's coming at midnight. It's like bah, 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 bah. It literally sounds like World War III. Okay. What drives me is that one redneck butthole dude who has to pop like 9 fireworks at 12:48.
Beyond that, though, they'll do it like a day or two before New Year's and 4th, and then they'll do it a few days after even. And I'm like,
early.
I'm like, what are we doing?
I'm like, I want to find out where they live. I want to take out their mailbox. Yeah. Like, I am angry.
Just Brittany with a bag going.
Well, this is the wild thing. Like in Orleans and Jefferson Parish, fireworks are not permitted. And it goes back to they're not permitted in the city limits.
That's it. I'm starting a revolution.
But here's my thing. This goes back to the healthy home thing. We're supposed to just say that this is all going to change. We all know it's illegal. We're all just letting it happen anyhow. You know what I mean? Nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
That's the pessimist in me happening again.
In today's news, everything's good.
Dude, I hate fireworks with a passion of 1,000 hells.
Yeah.
Especially being a mom. Maybe when I'm like, my kids are grown, I'll be like, this is so much fun. Right now, I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. I used to love them. Now I hate them. I'm like a dog. I'm like sitting there like all paranoid inside a house, but it's gonna wake the child, and then I'm gonna go into like Hulk mode.
Did she wake up?
She didn't actually.
Yeah,
no.
mine either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we should chill.
Maybe I should.
Maybe we should not hate on fireworks so much.
But like we're like freaking out the whole time. I know.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Maybe there's a lesson in that.
Yeah.
Those raunchy tents that are some of the fireworks, they're hating on y'all right now.
Yeah,
right.
We're going to take Brittany and
Blow 'em
Derek
out.
down.
Yeah. You don't want to get on the bad side of big fireworks either.
Yeah,
They-
their PR's on
That's
point.
like the Cajun Navy people. Like they're the same breed. Like the same guys who sell fireworks are like the ones who like you want around during the apocalypse.
Right.
Like they know how to hunt, fish, and save your behind when you
Yeah.
get caught in a situation.
There are some grizzled people when you,
You know
go
what?
to
I love
those-
fireworks and I love you
Yeah.
guys. Bless America. God bless America.
You start your car, and instead of it blowing up, it just shoots fireworks. Dang it.
Big,
Oh, you
It
got
got me.
jokes?
big fireworks got me.
I wanna watch one of the next episodes we have here.
Yeah. Episode number 3.
The intro is always funny. It's like, hi, this is who I am. I'm Brittany Picolo-Ramos. You're welcome. And I'm always like, that, I hate her. Like, is that bad?
she? No, I mean, no, it's normal.
So if you hate on me, don't worry. Me too. Fun fact, I actually, we sold them their house and everything. And just recently I found out that they moved. And they didn't call me.
That was going to be my next question. Did
Yeah.
they call you?
I found out on social media. I was like, hey girl, what happened?
Why are you standing by this other realtor?
And she's been my friend since like we were like freaking 12
Oh, yeah.
years old. That hurts. That
Yeah.
hurts. Sorry. Okay, I'm kind of cute. I'm just saying. I'm adorable. I'd be my friend.
Now, didn't y'all do this talk like at one of our listings that we had? That was one of our listings, right? It
Yeah,
in New
that was one
Orleans?
of our listings.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I forgot. Which one was that? Like, it had the building in the back, huh?
He was,
That was
yeah,
really pretty.
It was a really cool house. I really didn't like that house.
Not at all.
So much money for that.
But what's crazy is like,
Oh, those doors are nice.
pause it. Which is like really hard to do is like take yourself out of it
Yeah.
and not give your opinion, right?
I know.
Right.
Like that's hard
We're
to do.
Italian. We love giving our opinion.
Love it.
Love it.
You know,
Wanna
so
what
it's
we
like,
think? We'll tell you.
so you really have to ask the buyer if they like it, you
Yeah,
know, how
what do
they're
you
feeling.
think?
Because sometimes there's been things I'm like, that's terrible in my mind. And I don't say it and they're like, I love that. And I'm like, really?
What's that show where the guy, he's the realtor, and he just like, and then you got this ugly
Modern
page?
Family?
Yeah, Modern Family. And she's like, I really like that. I do too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I've done that a few times.
We've all done
We've
it.
all done it.
I'm like, and then you could change this. Why would I change it? You're like, no reason.
No reason at all. Wait, did I say that? Yeah, it's easy.
But I had to show her this house. I think the only thing is I still kind of feel closed off in here. I can't really see what the kids are doing. We're not connected to any of the living spaces, so that could be a problem for us.
Yeah.
Do you cook a lot? I try.
Like right now, I can't even see what the kids are doing.
I love it. I mean, I literally, she's like, well, I really want to be in the kitchen and see the living area and do all this. And I was like, oh, you cook a lot? And she was like, no.
No?
But one
She's
day.
like, what's a kitchen?
One day.
Yeah. I said, so is it really a deal breaker?
Dude, the shower's the weirdest part.
Is a little bit different. That's an easy fix. You can kind of customize it, make it work, whatever you want.
It was like a saloon.
Like, here's the thing. I know you don't hate the paint color, but apparently it's doing its job because you haven't even looked at the shower. That the walls, like, go halfway. And then so, like, water's going to be splashing everywhere. I don't know.
So you have a problem with the shower, Joel?
A little bit.
I see that.
Actually, no. I love it.
Super cute courtyard space. Yeah, this is super cute. Nice little pergola action, so you have a natural light.
I don't understand a pergola.
Good for like hanging out.
It's like, listen, we're going to do everything and build a structure.
Around you.
And
We'll
it's
provide space.
And it's going to give you no protection against anything. Not the sun, not the elements, not the rain. You're literally getting nothing from this wooden structure.
Yes. Except termites.
I was going to say, yeah, except for termites.
You've definitely given us a lot to think about, so I appreciate that.
I love that after every house I show him, he goes, you've given me a lot to think about, like every person.
Yeah.
You've given me a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Causing all
None
these
of my
people to
clients
think.
ever say that to me.
Yeah.
Like ever.
They're just like, thanks.
They're like, let's on to the next.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the condo where this is the last episode we filmed.
That condo was so hard to sell.
Oh my gosh! It smelled like weed. Remember?
You could put your weed in there. That's from a movie. I don't smoke weed.
Yeah.
But that was a hard condo to sell. Like the staging definitely helped.
This was the episode though. This is the last time we saw each other for a while because of COVID. We went into lockdown right after this episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I've like just completely forgotten about what I did during COVID. Or
I forgot everything.
Yeah.
Because they were closing Tulane down at the time, and that's when and all the kids had to leave, and they were all getting their stuff all packed up.
That's why it was so hard to sell because the tenants didn't want me in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He kept fighting us tooth and nail. It was super fun. My eyebrows in this episode.
It's a great crotch shot of me.
That's right. Spread eagle, baby.
To my eyebrows. I thought they looked good, and then you see them on camera like, too much.
When Brittany doesn't really like something, but she tries to explain it like it's really nice. She just you always pause like for the second because you're trying to actually think of a word that you are totally not.
Like this
you do
is
not think that this house is like beautiful or anything.
great.
You're like, ooh. You're like, I would have done it differently.
The charm of this.
This is the house. Oh, cool.
Exactly. Oh, cool.
If Joel's ever not there, it's because he was showing houses.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. I was like, was I like out of town or something or showing houses?
You're always showing houses.
Yeah.
I remember when I was I've never painted in my life, okay, ever. And I was painting. I usually hire people. Like I'll get an idea and then I hire somebody and then they do it.
Yeah.
So I was painting and they were like, Brittany, have you ever used a paintbrush in your life? And the answer was no. I hadn't. So they were like, you're terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were like, give me the brush.
Yeah, I remember when these episodes would air and I would, even family, friends, and just random people would be like, do you guys really go in and paint all your clients' homes when they need you? And I'm like, absolutely. You don't?
You don't?
You don't?
Like if it was small enough, I might, but like I know how bad it would be.
I know. Yeah, no, I would never trust my own.
Oh, my wife, so she wanted to paint the cabinets. And then, so I was like, and I pretty much knew, I was like, so basically I'm going to be painting the cabinets.
So what you're saying is
I'm going to be doing this. So she started, and then we started with the top cabinets. We took the doors off. So it literally took us 8 months because she just would start and then she would like just give up. So we didn't have cabinet doors for 8 months. And then eventually I was like, I'm just hiring somebody.
That might be grounds for divorce.
So, I'm like in front of the judge. So why are we here? Cabinets, sir. Done.
I like your judge accent there. That's good.
What are we here for?
Southern justice.
You sound like Adam Sandler doing a judge voice.
I do declare.
What
are we doing here today?
Let me let you hear.
But like, I got my suspenders. What are we doing here?
This is the Southern courtroom, young man.
Now say here now.
Break for sweet tea.
And watermelon.
My man got them short shorts.
He didn't work on them legs for nothing.
If you got it, flaunt it.
I'm sorry. I have like a rule where it goes a little above your knee and that's it. Like that's max.
Not
Anything
me.
higher?
Booty shorts or nothing.
The Daisy Duke look.
I can see Brittany try to slide across the car.
Pour some sugar on me. Dude, we did a great job staging that house. Yeah. It really looked like a totally different house. And we didn't, I mean, obviously we didn't change anything major.
I like the space because it's nice for an office, so it looks over the park.
He wants that office so badly.
Dude.
Fantastic.
Of the few words he said, office makes up 90% of it.
This would be a great office.
He has a wallpaper of a guy being in an office.
Goes in the kitchen. This could also be my office.
Just starts putting his laptop down. Because it's raw.
Organic.
Because it's raw.
Do you know how hard it is to come up with adjectives?
I don't know. You used a lot of adjectives before every word. True. Super cute.
Very cool.
You called me kooky for a while there. I was like, did she have like a thesaurus? You did.
Me?
Yeah.
I called you kooky?
Yeah, that's what you called me. It was like on a couple of episodes. You said
It's because it was in the writing.
in the
They wrote that word.
Derek, he's a little kooky.
He's a little stupid.
Oh, no, I'm not going to do it.
What an idiot. Kooky is like a word for somebody who's got like mental problems.
That's when it was said. I was at home watching this at home. I was like, the hell?
Dude, I got called. Okay.
He has his little list. Kill Brittany.
Pause it real quick. I know, it'll be fast. Dude, one time we were doing voiceover work. So after every episode, or not every, but a lot of episodes, I had to do voiceover work.
Yeah.
Which is, it's I'd have to sit in a car or a room or something and do voiceover. And they'd have some of the lines written down. And one time, the one of the directors for, I think, the pilot for second season actually, or the original, I don't know, but he wrote notes about me, and it was like bombastic and self-deprecating was his words. I was like,
dude.
Okay. I was like, and I looked at him, and I was like, oh, bombastic and self-deprecating. He was like, yeah. I was like, is that good? Is it good?
Dude, that is the most ingenious way to passively aggressively tell somebody about themselves. Like, I got some notes for you, and then it's like,
but he wasn't supposed to share the notes with me. It was like his private notepad, and I looked over at it. It was like I was looking on a boyfriend's phone or something. I was like bombastic and self-deprecating. I was like, thank you, sir.
Oh man, look at
Wow.
That closet was fine.
This person is definitely in some parades.
She's certainly ready for Mardi Gras.
Closet space or Jay's, but it's a really well laid out space.
We'll carve this little space out for you.
Get a little spot right here.
Yeah.
Hey, you can put it office.
It's my office.
You can put an office in his space.
It's my office, man.
Super dreamy. I could totally see Louis XIV using it himself. You have
That would be odd. You're like, Louis, what are you doing in here again?
area.
So we all know what house she picked.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and enjoying the Real-Tea. And I hope that you like, subscribe, and tune in to the next episode that we have.
I agree with that. I like all that you said.
And please make sure that y'all comment. We definitely want to hear y'all's thoughts. Like, what did you like about the episode? Is there anything that you want us to talk about more of? Please let us know.
And maybe send us a message. Also share it with your friends, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.